Hey folks, AJ the CEO here, and in this video I am reviewing a mini SDI camera that I heard about based on one of our Q&As with AJ, and that is the MOKOSE mini SDI camera. It was actually only $89. How good is it? I don't know, but let's open it up, hook it up to the ATEM and see what type of picture quality we got, and to see, is it worth using in your setup for $90. Hey folks, AJ the CEO here. Just your first time stopping by the channel. Thanks for stopping by. And on this channel we focus on tips, training, strategies, reviews, and builds to help modernize your media ministry. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And if you like what we're doing here, consider becoming a patron or a YouTube member by clicking one of the links down below. That's the only way we're able to do these videos, because of the great patronage from our patrons and our YouTube members. So again, thank you members and Patreon supporters. So what is this camera? Honestly, it was today when we had a Q&A with AJ that I normally do on Fridays, that somebody asked me if I was familiar with this camera, and honestly, no, I wasn't. It was the very first time that I've heard of it, and I saw it, that it was only $90, and I can get it with same day delivery. So today is August 13th. I ordered this at 11 a.m. and it was delivered at 7 p.m. So awesome. So let's go ahead and cut over to the overhead and let's see what's inside this thing. All right, so let's get our trusty fingernail here to open the side of this. Now, I'll be honest, I started with a Marshall CV500, I believe, that I had at my church for a static camera for when we were moving to hide, when we were making adjustments and everything with our normal cameras. That's the one that I ended up installing over at Spring Creek, and that camera was around like $550. Then I moved to the Ada Imaging HD100 that was around $280 to $300. That's what I put at my home church, because that had HDMI only, and that worked pretty well. And now this is a SDI only, and it's going for $90. I'm shocked at that price. So I'm excited to see what type of quality we're gonna get out of that, and we're gonna hook it up to an SDI to HDMI converter. That's how we're gonna bring it into our system here. But let's see what comes in here. So we have a power cable, and everything is wrapped up all together. All right, feels very rugged here. We flip over here to the back. Let's get us in focus here so you can see. So we have our SDI out. We have a CVBS out, so that's kind of standard definition out. Got a power plug, and then we have a little joystick here for our on-screen display. We got some focus adjustments here that we can do, zoom in and out. Then we got our cap. Pretty straightforward. All right, so let's go ahead, and I got an SDI cable around here somewhere. I think I just had it on the floor. Let me zoom out here. And what we're gonna do is hook this up to my converter here, and let's see what we get. I guess I should see what else is in here. And we got, what, a little thank you card for customer service. And we have our manual. So it looks like you can have interchangeable lenses on here. By default, this is a 2.5 to 12 millimeter lens. And okay, the resolution on here supports 1080 at 30 and 25, but 720 it supports at 60, 50, 30, and 25. Okay, that's going to be interesting. So no native 1080p 60. It only supports at 1080 at 720p. All right, so SDI in. I'll take the out from the Mac Mini for right now. That'll give us an out. We got our, we need some power for the converter as well as for the camera. Get some USB power here. Power our converter, SDI to HDMI. Yep, we got power. Do I have a tripod to put this on? We have a quarter thread on the top and the bottom. I don't have a, I think I gave away all my tripods. Yes, I did. Well, let's go ahead and just use the Sony one for right now that I use to control my camera, just so we can have something to mount it on. This thing, I was going to say it doesn't get tight, but it was because of the wheel right here. All right, let's make sure we got it plugged into the right input here. SDI. And now let's give it some power. Whoop, we gotta take the cap off. All right, so let's see what we got here. This is very out of focus, but I mean, that's to be expected. Let me get this adjusted here. All right, so let's cut over to the shot and we're gonna bring it into focus by adjusting all of the rings and stuff like that. So we are badly out of focus here. All right. That's the, right there. What else we got? Okay. I mean, I wouldn't say that's bad. I mean, it's not the greatest. I am super, super red. I know that that's without me adjusting anything. And I have nothing but white light around me. Let me zoom out as far as I possibly can. It's got some fisheye type of stuff going on here. And the dial is really, really sensitive because I'm barely moving it. And I have a wide range of how in focus this thing can be. All right, so let's go to our menu here. Let me set this down. And let's see what our menu shows here. All right, Iris Electric, Boogie Woogie Woogie. Focus adjust on, okay. Exposure, let's see what's in there. Backlight. Night vision, I mean, day and night. External, this cable, the SDI cable is so tight, it's pulling this off my table here. Black and white. Color, auto. Color, auto white balance is auto. Manual, that is way off. I got blue lights behind me. Preset, no. Now I'm a Smurf. Yeah, that auto is really serious. That is nowhere close to what I think it should be. I mean, maybe, but still, that's really rough from a color standpoint. Man, I need some more space on my desk. All right, let's see what else we got. Return. Digital noise reduction, I'm assuming that's what that means. Okay, image. Okay, this is where we can flip it if this was put upside down. Motion. I don't know. Let's go to system. All right, so we are through SDI, obviously. 1080p 30. I am connected to a ATEM Mini Extreme, so it's doing the conversion for me. And I made a switch. It doesn't look like it like that. I don't know what it even switched to. Okay, 720 60. I think that's 50. Doesn't like that. Yeah, it's not liking a lot of the settings in here. And again, the ATEM has a scaler on it, so it should be able to adjust to whatever. Communications, let's see. Okay. Image range full, color space, SD, HD. All right, color bar. Okay, English, title. Yeah. Windows 0 motion. Interesting. Yeah, the colors are way off. So if I turned on my my Sony here, and if I switch, yeah, see, it's colors are. And again, I got a lot of lights on here. Let me turn these off half a second here and see. I don't know. That's interesting, to say the least. So I don't know. Now, what would I use this for? Maybe a static shot, maybe a POV. For it to be $90 and be able to use this for like a shot for, say you got a camera on your musicians or something like that. That's kind of interesting. I'm trying to reset it to turn off all the stuff, but I don't know. What do y'all think? What would you use something like this for? I'm trying to turn off all the other stuff that I had in here. Yeah, that's interesting. That's the most I can say. This is interesting. Not bad, but I wouldn't say this is great. I mean, like the lights you're seeing right here, those are set to white, but it's like a red tint over everything in the shot. So I don't know. I don't see a way to set white balance in here. Normally you would have kind of like a, yeah, so that's way too blue. Auto. Now that looks better. That looks more close to everything else that I'm doing. Auto adjust. So I don't know. Now it seems like the image is washed out a little bit, but it's still better than how it was. Oh, now that looks interesting. So I would say right about here, that's starting to look good. All right, let's save and exit out of here. All right, so now that doesn't look bad. If I compare this now to my camcorder, that's what my camcorder is doing. And now let's compare that to my Sony. And I need to put all of these side by side so you can actually see what these look like. That doesn't look bad now that we've adjusted it. I mean, that's really, after we tweaked it, that actually looks good for a $90 camera. So, interesting. Very, very interesting. So, yeah, a $90 camera. That's kind of cool. I might have to talk to a couple of people once we dial it in. That seems kind of maybe a good choice for something after you dial it in. I mean, they do have, that's the one that I have is the Varifocal wide angle lens, and that's going for $89.95. And then they have another that has a telephoto lens that's going for $118.50. Now I must say, for $90, that's not bad. You got some room to play around with that. So I guess it's not like you're throwing a lot of cash to just pay $90 for that, try it out, see if it works in your environment. Because again, I'm in controlled lighting here. All the lights that are in the apartment are off. I just have video lights around me, and dialing it in, you know, that camera looks pretty good. So I don't know. Hopefully for the people who are asking about it, you know, let me know. I actually already said I was going to gift this camera away to somebody. So what I'll do is I'm going to hold it for about a week, put this video out actually today once I edit it real quick and put it up. Let me know if you have any questions. You got 7 days to play with it before I ship it off to the person who won it, that I'm going to give it away to. But let me know. I think they're pretty decent for $90. I mean, at first it kind of messed me up, but after you dial it in, you got a good image quality. And again, you have to make sure whatever, like for example, if you were pairing this with an ATEM Television Studio HD that doesn't have a scaler, you would be limited at 1080p 30. Or you would have to change everything to 720 or put kind of like an up-down cross converter to convert it to your signal. The ATEM Mini Extreme that I have has a scaler in it, but it was kind of surprising that it wouldn't accept 1080p 25 or anything like that. So I literally only had 720p 60, 720p 30, and 1080p 30. Those are the only options that I had, but I don't know. Interesting. Thank you so much for the suggestion. It's cool to see all this new stuff because there's obviously no way for me to check out everything that there possibly is out there. But I kind of, if it's something that's reasonable, I'll try and get it and do a review and see what y'all think about it and give a chance for everybody to see what it looks like. So again, that is the MOKOSE, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, SDI camera. Link is in the description if you're interested in getting one of them. And yeah, thank you so much. So if you like this type of content, I appreciate a like, consider subscribing and hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Again, I want to thank the patrons and the YouTube members for making videos like this possible. It's with their monthly contributions that allows us to buy this stuff. So thank you so much, patrons. Thank you so much, YouTube members. I really appreciate it. This is AJ, folks, and we will see you on the next video. Later.